Alright, let's do this again. The last one I made was taken down. I suspect because his face popped up when I went to show the email address that I sent this email to. So again, this is going to be brief video, just documenting some evidence. This is the first email that I sent to Ze Frank. I sent it as an anonymous email. I sent it in the year 2021 on his birthday, March 31st, 2021 at 7:49 p.m. I believe this is roughly the same day, or it might have been the next day, that I first emailed Michael Maxwell, my teacher, because I recall kind of working on both of these emails at the same time. At this point, I had already identified Ze Frank roughly at least a couple months, 2 to 3 months prior, like the very beginning of the year. And I'd been researching him, his family, some associates, and also identified that it looked like an old schoolmate of mine, Chris Thompson, was also probably a part of this, and which prompted me to contact my old teacher from that same school that I went to with Chris Thompson, Michael Maxwell, which led me to start to suspect him. And again, it turns out that the three of them, Ze Frank and Chris Thompson and Michael Paul Maxwell, Chris Thompson from Vampire Weekend, Ze Frank of Ze Frank, who I'm about to read this email again to. The email to. And Michael Paul Maxwell, my old art teacher in high school, they all lived, it looks like, well, they all had addresses assigned to them in Brooklyn for many years, and there was at least one overlapping year, it looks like, but the three of them were all living within a pretty short distance of one another in Brooklyn and near the OTO mailing address. It's right near there. OTO, Order Template Orientis. Anyway, let's get on with this real quick. So again, this is a Gmail. This is an anonymous, just a random Gmail that I created, email account I created. I barely look at it. Please don't bother sending anything to it. I created it basically just to send this. So just don't bother. And I sent it out on that date. And this is basically a poem that just came to me in the backyard of a place I was renting at the time. I was just walking around in my backyard, and this just sort of popped in my head, the bulk of it, and I went inside and wrote it down and just did it, played around with it just a few minutes, I think. More like tried to figure out exactly what the order should be in. And yeah. And then I felt like, I don't know, I just had this feeling like I should send it to Ze Frank because I realized it was his birthday. And then I later on sent another email to him a year later on his birthday again in 2022, and I'll be making another video reading that email and going into that because I believe that he may have responded to it in veiled ways in a video that he released on his YouTube channel a few days later. So I'm just going to read off this poem, and then that'll be the end of this video. It's just mostly like documenting, and I might make another video getting into connections. And I sent it to his, I'm going to make sure not to go over his email again and make his ugly chud potato face pop up in front of me again. I'm so sick to the teeth of looking at his face and listening to his voice. I mean, if I ever fucking have to see him in real life, I might just spew chunks in his face and smell him. Ew, oh no, I can't. No, alright, so yeah, that's the email that's assigned to him, well, in his, YouTube channel account. And let's go back over here. So, the subject of the email was, "You have a name." Also the title of the poem. And I'm just going to read the poem real quick and then be done with this. So, you have a name, a secret name, a name that only you know. You cannot tell others this name because no words or sounds can capture it. You cannot make images of this name because no shapes or colors can contain it. You cannot give away this name because none but you can bear it. It cannot be sold from you, this name, because none but you can share it. It cannot be taken from you, this name, because none but you can touch it. It cannot be seduced from you, this name, because none but you can love it. Your know I name, Father, Son. I will not know mine. Hey, you're okay, Zay. Happy birthday. And that's the first email that I sent Zay Frank. So just documenting some evidence. That's mostly what this is. And again, don't bother. Just don't bother. I'm pretty sure now that I've made this video, that I'm never going to go into that email again. Just don't bother. Don't send me anything. Don't waste your time. Alright. And my cat is wanting attention. So, and I can just, yeah, so like I'll show you. I'm just wanting to show you guys, I don't know what I can do to show you that, yeah, like this is legit. I'm online, you know, it's not some made up blah blah. Some made up program, but like, whatever. Alright, that's good enough. Bye.